Hello and welcome to day 23. This is going to be covering a tough subject, overcoming fears and your limiting beliefs. I'm going to try to keep this short and concise, but this is probably something that you could literally, listen to things on for hours about this kind of subject. But it's funny that this kind of business, this multi-level marketing, networking, we are in sales, if you will, it does bring out some like deep-seated fears that so many of us have. And a lot of times we may not even realize we have them until this business does come into our life and we are trying to make a success of it. And then all of these things start creeping up into our minds. So I am just going to talk about a few of the main fears that a lot of us have with this business, and maybe even unfortunately sometimes continue to have, but it's just kind of the way life is. And we're also going to talk about ways that you can overcome it. So one of them is fear of being too salesy, if you will. And a lot of people, when they first immediately think of sales, they think of like a car, a used car salesman, which you cringe when you think of that, or like somebody like at one of those like kiosks in the mall where they're like pretty much like running you down trying to sell you something basically. But that's not who we are. And it's very easy to not be like that. So we just kind of have to change our mindset basically and think about the amazing business and products that we have to offer and how we're going to offer it to them. We're really just sharing it with people. And these products, they are like the best products you can find on the market for so many different things. So that's something that we want to share. And it makes you think of when Starbucks came out with the pink drink. Everybody was drinking it. Everybody was posting about how amazing it was and what have you. They weren't getting any money for that. Starbucks was, the one benefiting from that. But it's something that we're basically sharing what we love. So try to think of it as being like that, and you can really talk to your upline about ways to post on social media and in your stories and how to not come across as being salesy, if you will. We really are just sharing this amazing products and business as well. Another fear that so many people have is the fear of rejection. And I will say that I have gotten, tougher and thicker skin being in this business for a long period of time, but it was hard at first, especially when close family and friends, they see you doing this type of business and they probably they'll tell you their horror stories of them maybe being in this type of business before and how you put more money into it than you make out of it. They could probably go on and on about the list of things of why they don't want you to do something like this. And then they're also going to talk about just so many things. People are going to maybe block you, unfollow you, and it's hurtful at first, but then you have to really try to work hard to make it not personal. They may just not want to be seeing the things that you're posting on your feed for the meantime. This is a joke that I say, sometimes they might even be, jealous that they don't have the grit and the heart that it takes to do a business like this and to be able to benefit from it. So there's so many things. That's really where self-development comes in. You have to be working on reading some sort of self-development book every day or watching some YouTube videos. And there's tons out there. You just kind of have to find someone or a book or something like that really appeals to you. Because there are some out there that may not, be directly going, relating to what you're going through. So find someone that you relate with and definitely make sure you're doing that self-development, because that will really kind of put those fears aside of the rejection and kind of just get that skin a little bit thicker to be able to cope with that kind of thing. And then eventually it kind of just starts rolling off your back. Sorry, I keep forgetting my thought. Okay, I'll move on. Okay, so the last one was fear of failure. Goodness, there are so many people that start, that they want to do this business, but they're so terrified of failing because, they want to go in knowing that they can do something and do it well. Well, a lot of us don't, coming into this business, we don't really have experience working this type of thing. So we're going to just need to be coachable and be listening to all of the tips and tricks from our team and our enroller and things like that. And a lot of it is really just trial and error, and it's all a learning process. And I know that our ambassador Diamond, she said that she failed her way to the top. So we're not always going to do things maybe the right and perfect way at first, but you can't fail at something if you're not even trying. So you have to continue to try to make this work for you, and you have to have like those self affirmations, and you have to be talking about this business and where it's going to take you and so forth. So I hope that helps a little bit about overcoming those fears and limiting beliefs. This may be something that you're always going to have to cope with and deal with, but that self-development, trying to just do like even 5 minutes a day, is really what's going to help you get through it. So thank you for listening, and I wish you all the best in this amazing business.